Hi, it's me, Miss Michelle, and I got my assistant. What's your name? What is your name?
Jackie.
Her name is Jackie. We're going to be making an earth because it's Earth Day. Hopefully you were able to gather up your supplies. If not, you can always gather them while we talk. So I just kind of prepped myself a little bit. So what I did was I put my flour in here. I didn't mix it together yet. I'm going to do that with Jackie because I thought she'd really like to do that. So I have the water here. I'm actually going to start by just pouring like half of this. It's the kind of thing where you just want to check the consistency of what it is that you're making. You don't want it too thick and you don't want it too thin. So we're going to kind of gather that consistency together. So I'm just going to pour like half of this mug filled with water. And my assistant here is going to go ahead and swirl. Go ahead, you do. Actually, let's just roll up our sleeves. Here we go, with you rolling. If you're here with me, tell me you're here so I can say hi to you.
Yes.
Something's here.
Yes.
Let me see who is that. Alright, hey Rich Ritter, how you doing? Art Teachers Unite. Alright, hope you guys are doing well during our little quarantine. Alright, so I'm looking at the mixture. It's kind of like cake batter right now. I'm actually going to just put a little bit more water in here. I'm not going to probably use all my water. I just put like a drop more. And you're gonna yeah, she's going to keep doing it. So this project is based on materials that you have right around your house. Hey Teresa, how you doing? Is Silas there? Hi Silas. So basically this project is based on just stuff from around your house. I am going to be doing a series really soon, a virtual series. It's 7 weeks long. And it's for elementary students, but a preschooler like Jackie, you know, if they're 4 years old, they can be part of it as well. So it's 7 weeks long. It's going to be on Tuesdays at 1:30, and we're going to be using Google Hangouts for it. So it's kind of like Zoom. It's $115 for the 7 weeks, so I hope you'll join me. And you can, the projects are going to be similar to what we're doing today. It's just going to be using things from around your house. There's a very short materials list that you might need if you're thinking of doing that. So if you have any questions about that, I invite you to go ahead and PM me afterwards, or you can even just write your questions right on here and I can answer. I'll be the teacher for that. So each week is a different household project. They're all really creative, really different from each other, just using stuff that you have mostly around the house. You might need to get some paints. That's really about it, like paints, paintbrushes. And I have a list with links for easy shopping if you need. You could probably just use what you have around your house though.
Mom, is it done?
Let's see. So, yes, I know it's hard to see. If I really, you know, lean it too much, it's gonna pour out, and I really want to do that. So, but it's very soupy now. It's kind of like a clam chowder consistency now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this little whisk out of here and kind of throw it over there. All right, so I got this made. Next thing I'm going to do to prep myself, I asked you guys to get some newspaper. So I have my hometown shopper, lots of local businesses in there. So sad they're all closed. It's such a weird time right now. I don't like it. So what I'm going to do, I just actually took the inner stuffing out because I'm going to use this for making the ball in a little bit. But before I get ahead of myself and do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut strips. If your child that's working with you is older, they might be able to do this. If they're younger, like mine is, you could do this for them.
Are you cutting ribbons?
I am. So it's just kind of like long strips. Hey Alex, how you doing? Uncle Alex is watching. You want to say hi, Uncle Alex?
Hi.
Say hi, Uncle Alex. Can you say it a little more enthusiastically, please? Hi, Uncle Alex.
Hi, Uncle Alex.
You said hi, Jackie. You see? You see your name there?
Yep.
All right. So I got my strips. You know what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to cut these in half. So they're pretty long right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut them. So if you're doing these projects along with me, please post your finished project at the end. So I have a couple tools to help this go a little quicker for me since I'm teaching. Yours is going to take a little bit longer because you might have to wait for some steps to dry. I went ahead and grabbed myself a hair dryer. So you could do that too if you want to follow right along with me. Or you could just let it, naturally dry during the drying steps and then come back to it and paint. It's really your call. But it probably will take you longer than it's taking me. So I just want to show you my area a little bit. I just prepped my area. This is a messier project, so I put down this paper. I actually taped it to my table because I really do like my table, so I don't want it to get too messed up. So I got my little strips of paper. I'm going to put them to the side, okay? Now, with the rest of your newspaper, because remember, we only used like half of what we had, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to crumple balls and kind of crumple balls within the balls till I get my earth to the size that I want it to. So this is really just like a big crumpled ball, and I'm going to kind of keep adding to it. It's a great thing to do. I like that it's just using just stuff we have around the house that would get recycled anyway. I got this in the mail. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I throw them right in the recycle bin. I don't even look at them most of the time unless there's like a coupon on the front. So shame on me. I should look more at our local businesses since I am a local business. But a lot of times I just am too busy to really look. But if you, a good thing to do is to start saving your newspapers because you can do things with them, such as help them with kindling in your fire. Right? There's a lot of useful things you can do with a newspaper. All right. So, thank you, sweetheart. I think this is basically the right size. Maybe I'll just add one more sheet of paper. So the newspaper stuff works better than the magazine stuff because you can see in here there's like the shinier sheets with the magazines. They're in here too. I would ignore those. So I'm just gonna keep adding to my ball. I'm gonna take the rest of this, kind of put it to the side. We're not gonna use it. I'm going to ask my assistant here to hold this, but I just want to show you, I've turned it into a ball shape, okay? So, Jackie, can you hold this tight with two hands? You need to hold it really tight with two hands. So this is where your masking tape is going to come in handy, or whatever tape you have. It doesn't have to be masking tape. Packing tape works great, too. Wait a minute, you were supposed to hold that. What happened? I'm going to prep myself and put a couple pieces on my table, like hanging off of the end of my table so that I don't keep having to come back to this. All right, and again, this project today, it's really going to be similar to the kind of project that I will be doing in my household art project series, so I really do hope you'll join me for that. And we start that next Tuesday. All right, so I'm just kind of making this a little bit tighter in my hands. And whoops, what happened? Oh my goodness, my tape got stuck together somehow. How did that happen? Oh my goodness, what a mess. Okay. Oh my god. One piece is like facing outward, so the adhesive stuff is facing out. The other one's facing in. We are in a tangle here. Okay. Here we are, back. No, we're not really back on track. Okay, wait. Well, I guess the issues I'm having with this project are a little deal compared to the issues that are going on outside, huh? If all problems could be this small, we'd be pretty lucky, wouldn't we? So, I'm just kind of taping around this thing to hold it in shape. So I might need more tape than this. I'm not sure what I'm going to need yet. I mean, if you want to, you could even cover this whole thing with glue. It's totally up to you. So you could also use a balloon for this step. I've seen people do this with balloons before. I just don't have a balloon handy in my house. So a lot of times the projects that I'll be posting can be done with other things besides the materials that we have on hand. I mean, the ones that I asked for, I mean. Okay, it's a ball. You see that, right? Would you say it's a ball? Okay. Let's see. I just want to make sure everyone can see. I'm kind of just moving my phone. All right. So this is the fun part. And this is a very messy part. I'm actually going to have you slide over, Miss Jackie. I'm going to move my camera this way because I want to keep I want to keep our mess over the area that's designated for a mess because this really is very messy. So you're going to slide your chair a little closer to me, my darling. Yes, there we go. Alrighty. So we got our bowl of the mixture here. And I think I'm going to do this step and then I'll have Jackie kind of pat it down. So this is a great project to actually do outside. So if you don't do it today with me, that's okay. You could do it tomorrow or any other time because this will be posted. And doing it outside is actually perfect because it's like easier for cleanup. But anyway, I just want to show you how we're going to start. We have all those strips of paper. I dipped my strips of paper in our mixture here. It's a flour water mixture. It's very important that you get rid of the excess mixture that's on there, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm starting to drape it on here. So I'm going to have Jackie pat this down for me in a few minutes. I know it's hard to see what I'm doing, too. I don't have my assistant, Stelios, here with me today, so he's out running some errands right now. So I'm just kind of layering. You see that? What's the matter? Are you coughing?
I don't like that water thing.
So, just kind of layering this up. I don't want it too wet and messy though, because it'll never dry. So, you probably made too much mixture. Jackie, can you move yourself so that you're in the picture with me? There you are. I think people want to see you and not me. So, there we are. And we just kind of zip. I call that zipping. So I zip it off. And Jackie will sing a humming song for you. I'm going to slide this over. This project can get really messy really fast. So I'm trying to avoid a little bit. Papier-Mache is a lot of fun though. I've always enjoyed papier-mache. Children love it. It's really great for you know, kind of getting those sillies out as well. You know, if you have a child who likes, you know, tactile type of projects, this is perfect. That's always been me. I've always been a very kinesthetic kind of learner, and I have to really like touch things, kind of get my hands in things. And I was always the messiest as a kid. Kind of got me in trouble, but now as an adult, it works for me. So.
Is there SpongeBob there?
Where do you see SpongeBob? Oh, there's a SpongeBob. Oh, Alex sent us a SpongeBob. Hi, Alex, again. We love SpongeBob. So I'm just kind of layering this a bit. So if you look, it's the layers are kind of coming together. Jackie, keep your face in the picture with me. Yeah, come on. Do you want to touch this? You want to touch it, don't you?
I don't like it. It's sticky.
It's too slimy and sticky for her. Uh-oh. I've scared her into thinking that slimy and sticky is not good, which is not the case.
I don't like it because it's sweat and slime.
So you might have enough of the mixture here to do more than one project. So if you have, you know, siblings, that's actually perfect. What I love most, though, about this project is that we didn't have to buy anything. It's just all stuff we had around the house anyway. Those are my favorite kinds of art projects, the ones that don't require us to have to buy anything. Even at the studio, we're big on that. Okay, so I've successfully put my first layer of newspaper around this thing. So what I'm going to do, and I know it's very hard to see, I'm going to cross-hatch my next layer. So if my layers are going horizontal here, my next ones are going to go vertically. That's going to help keep it together, okay? So, Jackie, do you just want to feel it?
I don't want to.
She's not interested.
It's gooey and sticky.
You don't like gooey and sticky?
No.
No gooey and sticky?
I don't like gooey and sticky.
No
it's
gooey
wet
and sticky?
Too. It's wet. You know, I don't like wet. That wet makes my hands wet.
Yeah, it makes your hands yucky.
No,
Some children
it makes
don't like the way this type of stuff feels. So you'll come across that too. We have students who try out our clay classes and they don't like the way clay feels at first. So that's another, that's another learning style, another personality type. And that's okay. There's many, many types of people in this world. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Alrighty. So I'm just going to cross hatch. I think I'm just going to do 2 layers. This is getting awfully wet. So actually what I think I'm going to do, instead of adding my mixture, you see how wet this is? I don't know if you can really see that at home, but what I'm going to do is actually just put another layer here going in the opposite direction again. And I'm not going to dip in my mixture this time. So who knew that flour and water make the perfect glue mixture? You might remember that from like elementary school. It's true though. It works. You don't really need the fancy, fancy stuff. So like this part's sticking up. I'll just put a little bit of glue there. But that's essentially what this is a glue. Okay. I hear my baby in the other room in her jumperoo making her songs play. And she's so cute. Jackie. All right. Checking out who else is tuning in. So if you're here with me, say hi so I can say hi back to you. Don't be a stranger. Don't be shy. I do miss you all. I can't wait to be back in the studio with you all. I can't wait for camp this summer. It's going to be great. We're really fixing things up at the new studio, and it's coming out beautiful in there. So, you know, we really can't wait to share it with everyone as soon as we're allowed to. So, you know, obviously we're going to be following everything that the government tells us to do. So we'll be back as soon as we can. Hopefully not too long. We do miss everyone. So I do want this to be strong and sturdy. So the more layers you put on, the stronger and sturdier it's going to be. Okay. So I'm looking at it. What I'm going to be doing soon is I'm going to use my hairdryer as like a shortcut to let this dry. If you're home, again, you can let it dry naturally. You don't have to use a hairdryer for this step. You can always come back to this tomorrow. You can watch along with me now, see how to do the earth, and then do it tomorrow, which is totally fine. Although I still would really, really like if you posted your finished projects just so I can see, you know, who did it, how you like it, how it was received. I want to hear from you guys. Jackie. All right. So, you know, with my hands, I'm just kind of making sure that all the little pieces are down. If there's any pieces that are starting to stick up, I'm just going to go and smooth, excuse you, I'm going to smooth them over like this. And I can just use my finger and dip in my mixture to smooth out some of these parts. Jackie, you're being awfully silly.
I want us then.
I know. Anyone else have a 4-year-old that says, I want to listen? I'm like, so listen. It's not that hard, so do it. Okay. Just kidding. Alrighty. Alright, I think we're just about ready for our blow dryer step. Okay. Alright.
We're going to do our painter step and then...
We're going to do our painting step next. So my bowl is not a perfectly round bowl. There's a good chance yours is not as well. But if you use a balloon, it will be rounder, but it's still not going to be quite right because it's going to be a balloon shape, which is more like oblong. So, you know, we'll just do our best. We're not striving for perfection. We're just trying to have some fun. All right. So, Jackie, you're going to stand up for a minute. Stand on up. All right. I have to come out of here. So you're going to walk over by the living room for a minute. Can you go do that?
Why?
Just so I can come out of my chair.
Why do you need to come out of your chair?
Because I need to blow dry my project. All right. So, you know what I'll do is I'll just kind of... Sorry, everyone. I'll be right back. I'm just going to wash my hands. All right, so I got my blow dryer here. Alrighty. Hi everyone again. Okay. I hear my baby. Ah, oh my goodness. What a mess, what a mess. All right. Jackie, I'll need you in 1 minute. Don't go far. It's still pretty wet, but that's okay. I'm just gonna kind of let it dry a little bit naturally later. We're still gonna paint it right now, or I am. You at home, you can paint this later if you like, okay? But I'm gonna guide you through the steps right now. Jackie, come on back. We're gonna do our painting now. Jackie, I need you. Come here. My assistant ran off. She's coming back. Okay. Alrighty. Come here, Jack. Everyone wants to see you. Put those over here. Okay? 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead.
I'm just making them.
Alright. So this is the part where we need our, let me just make sure you guys can see alright. So I'm by myself right now, so it's sometimes it's a little hard to figure out the right way to put everything so you can see. So, I have a deeper blue. I just am using what I had around my house. Squeeze a little bit in there. I'm going to put some white in here too. And we're going to mix it up and we'll be color mixing scientists. So Jackie, if I add white to my blue, what color am I going to get when I mix them?
Red.
You think red?
I think red.
Let's find out. Here, come here. Come here. Come all the way. You have to see yourself in the picture here. Do you see yourself? Ah, oh no.
Oh.
Sorry. Phone fell. Okay, make sure you don't shake the table. That's very important because this whole thing will fall. All right? It's kind of, it's propped up by a cutting board. And it's heavy. And I just hurt my hand trying to grab it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do mixy, 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 mix. You want to do? I'm going to add a little bit more blue to my mixture. It's coming out a little bit pale. I just thought it would be fun for Jackie to kind of get to mix that and experience doing this. This is really fun for children. It's fun for adults too. And by the way, I have a couple of adult virtual series that are going to be starting as well. Have one on painting and collage, which is Stelios' specialty. So he'll be teaching his exact style that he likes to work in. And we also have a landscape painting course for adults. So those are going to be really fun. And we also have a painting course for older elementary students where we get to learn about a different famous artist. Start painting on here. We get to learn about a different famous artist each week. So those are all going to be starting next week, a week from today. And I really do hope you'll join us. We have some really good registration so far. Hopefully we'll get a few more. And I'll still give you guys some free art classes from time to time because I want to give back. I really enjoy doing this. It really makes me happy to see our students happy. So, we want to do this as a service as well, and we will continue to from time to time. All right, so she's starting to paint our earth. I hear my baby crying. So, Jackie, you know what? You're going to continue painting the earth, and I'm going to go grab Maya really quick. And you can chat with everyone while you do this, okay? And tell everyone about what you're doing. Go ahead, keep painting. You say, hi, I'm Jackie, and I'm painting the earth. They're all watching you right now.
Oh.
You say hello. You gotta talk to them.
Let's make this earth how happy earth this can be.
Here, I'm just gonna kind of move that over for her.
Let's make this earth feel happier.
So, Jackie, this is important. Just keep your earth on the white over here, okay? Don't let it touch the table.
Okay.
Because I don't want a mess. I've been up to my elbows cleaning up messes since this whole thing started. I don't know about you guys. I feel like that's all I do sometimes. Hey, baby.
I have my kids watching me, but... There.
How you doing there, Jack? Baby Maya just wanted to say hi. Say hi, Maya.
I can say hi.
She wants to be a flyer, Maya. We call her
She
Flyer
can
Maya.
be.
Flyer, 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 flyer. Yay! And she likes kicking Big Sister in the head. That's silly. That's very silly. Good job, Jackie. You're doing great.
I like Big Sister putting in my head. That's my sister, you know?
Yeah.
My sister's Silhouette.
She is. Oh, she just wants to be held right now. Okay, so Jackie, we gotta get all the spots that are still newspaper. Can you do that?
Okay.
And try working a little bit faster here. Hey, baby. So in our in our regular classes, I might say to the students, okay, now we're going to be, white spot detectives. And in this case, we'd be newspaper spot detectives. So it's all about finding the spots that still need to be painted. So instead of painting the areas that are already painted, we're going to paint the areas that need painting. So you see that? Now we're going to turn this over. There's still a lot to paint here. This could really take your child a long time. I definitely recommend letting them. This could really occupy them for a while when they get to this step. So it's nice because it could be a more independent project if your child is a preschooler or elementary. So, allow them. Good job, Jack. Alright, so I might just speed this along just because you know, I want to make sure that everyone kind of sees what to do. I don't want it to be,
I cannot pass out.
I know you can do it yourself, honey. You know what? I'm going to give you a little bit more painting mix. I'm going to give you that. And I'm going to give you some white. And you're going to mix in the white here. Go ahead, mix it together. Mix it all the way up. Oh, I know. And keep painting, Jack.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Jack, I am going to jump in like a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in just 1 second. Okay? Just because I just want to speed this along because there's a lot of people, there's people watching. I wouldn't say there's a lot of people watching, but there's a couple. And, you know, I just want to be able to move them on to the next step. So, no offense.
I cannot pass out.
I know you can, honey. Hold on. We're going to do more by yourself in a few minutes. But I'm just going to kind of grab these areas. Now, if you're at home doing this with me, it's best to let one side dry before you go place it on that side. But I just want to make sure that this video doesn't run on and on and on for you because, you know, I want you to stay interested. So, Maya's chatting away. She says hi. Here, you want to say hi to Maya? Can you go talk to Maya quickly?
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to show you some easy steps for making the green. So originally I thought we would paint the green, but now I have some different ideas about it. So if you have green construction paper, that's probably the best way to do it. So I'll show you that. Although if you don't have green construction paper, you can always paint a white piece of paper green and then use it like construction paper. So that's one thing, and that's a lot of fun. We call that painted paper collage in the art world. All right, so again, just being a newspaper spot detective. All right, and I'm gonna blow dry this again. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna go grab my blow dryer and. Oh, that's cute. What a good big sister you are. Can you put a pacifier in your mouth? Not yet. I will in a minute. So stay nearby. Okay. It could be drier, but I don't want to be here all day with you guys watching as I'm blow drying. I'm sure it's very boring to watch. I'm going to spot clean up a few little areas, and I'm going to wash this brush off It might be dry by the time I walk back over because I'm not putting a ton of goopy paint here. I'm just like really lightly kind of touching the surface on some of the spots that got a little messed up as I was turning this around. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just having fun. Another ingredient or another thing that will make this project awesome is Mod Podge. If you follow me, if you've been in our classes, if you're a student, you know that this is Mod Podge actually it's called, is something that we use quite often. It's one of my favorite things to use. It really cleans up your project. So I'm going to finish mine with Mod Podge. Good chance you probably don't have that around your house. So you might want to put it on your shopping list next time you shop at Michael's online. You can find it real cheap. It's like $4. It's a real good thing to have around the house if you're making crafts with your kids or if you're making crafts for yourself. Also perfect for many, many, many adult crafts. Doesn't have to just be for the kids. Okay, gonna let that dry. I am gonna just wash my paintbrush. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 minute.
My project's almost done.
Ryan, can you bring me the whisk? Do you know what a whisk is? It's on the green paper. It's that tool right there, the kitchen tool. The thing that, nope. The thing that you mix together the flour and water with in the red bowl. The metal thing? Nope, not the red bowl. The metal thing. Yes, it's right there, right in front of you. Go grab that for me, sweetie. Okay, we're just going to stick this in here. Be right back with you guys. It's washing up really quick. Getting ready for my last step here. So, depending on the skill level of the children that you're working with, you can either make the next step really complicated, and that's fun for an older student, or you can make it really simple, which is perfect for a younger student. So I'm going to do the simple version since I'm working with a younger student. Jackie, you want to do some cutting with Mommy? I'm just going to put a pacifier in the baby's mouth. This is what you need. A green piece of paper and a scissor. I'll be right here. Okay. So I am going to let my daughter, who's very young, use a very adult scissor. I will supervise her. You can do the same at home. Don't be afraid of scissors. I know a lot of people are. It's good to have a healthy fear of them, but if you're supervising, nothing's going to happen. You'll make sure that they stay out of harm's way. Okay? Jackie, come right over here, okay? I need you, sweetie. Please, come on over. Okay, sit nicely on your hanging butt. Say hi to the camera. Wave again, okay? And you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut some shapes. I mean, if your child is older, you can talk about the continents. Actually, can you put her pacifier in her mouth, Jackie? I'm going to actually do this part because my assistant's going to help me with the baby quick. She's amazing. She's such a good big sister. So, no, just leave it in her mouth. It's in her hand right now. Just go grab it. So if your child is older, you can definitely talk to them about the continents, and you can try to make the shapes of the continents. All right, I'm just going to move on. I'm not even going to probably make the right amount. I'm just going to draw some shapes. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just drawing some shapes that are simple and easy for my newly 4-year-old daughter to cut out. Okay? And I'm going to let her cut these out because she'll have fun with that. I'm just going to make 3 shapes here. Jackie, you come here. I want to see you do some cutting. You know what? I'm just going to go grab the baby quick. Hang on. You step down for a second. Step down. Okay. Hang on. It's going to be a lot of crying if I'm not holding this baby. Baby has to be held every minute. And that's really cute. Come here, Jack. Come here. Okay. Shh. No. Yes, I know. Okay, Jackie. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move this. We're going to move the ball over. Jackie, my assistant, is going to go ahead and cut these out. Do you want to go cut out your shapes?
Yeah.
You want to squeeze with Mommy?
Yeah.
Go ahead. We never touch the metal part, okay, of the scissors. Here, can you open and close yourself? I want to see how you do. her best to cut out the shape. I might jump in and help her in a minute. Watch your fingers, Jack. Okay. Shh. I know. You're doing really good. Okay, no. That is not the right way to use scissors. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. So, I know, I wish Celios were here right now because he would grab her, and it's inconvenient because this can happen. You know, we're home with our kids. Here's what we're going to do. I know. We're going to probably end this a little short. You guys get the gist. I mean, we can use some glue on here. Okay, I know. Alright. So we got our 3. Let's just do like one more. Okay. I know. Alright, don't touch the scissor anymore, Jackie. I'm just going to go grab the paintbrush, and she's going to use the paintbrush to paint on the shapes. I know. Mommy knows. I know. Shh. Okay. Alright, I'm just grabbing my paintbrush. I still have my glue mixture from before. We can use this as a glue right now. So Jackie, can you put some paste on here on the back of each of these? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to dip, and then you're just going to paint on these. Okay. Can you do that? Sorry, I'm not even facing her. Hey Jeanette, it's thank you. That's really nice of you to say. I feel the opposite most days. You know how it is, but yeah, it's crazy around here. You know, I know all the parents get it too because we're all in this together. We're all doing the same thing, trying to work if we do work, and manage all these different things, and it just is what it is, right? I know. My little Maya Bell likes to be part of everything. Alright, so you're going to go and you're going to paste these on, Jackie. You're going to put these where you want to on here. Go ahead. Very good. So she's starting to paste down her green parts. Okay. So if you have real glue, it's better. Alright. So you can put a little bit more paste on there. And I'm going to move on pretty soon. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have her finish this up, and then I'm going to turn off the video, and then I'll post some pictures of it when it's completed. I am going to put the Mod Podge on it. So basically, you just kind of paint it on. It comes out white when you first do it, and then it dries shiny and clear, and then you can even put it outside. So it's a really nice effect, and you can go hide this in your garden somewhere. Hey, Linda, how you doing? All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to check back with you guys in a little bit. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Questions, you can go ahead and PM me any questions you might have. And hope to see you guys next week at the start of our classes, okay? All right. So long.